We're back.
And it's time for yet another dilemma. You know what? I was watching a Nollywood film on the weekend while I was resting.
Very nice pastime. Mm-hmm.
To be honest, that's my Sundays, is American soaps, Bold and Beautiful Gang, and Nollywood.
Wonderful.
And there's this guy who he was married, and he was I can't remember his name, Chief something. And he met a young lady who had an art gallery. He gave her a different name and everything because he was trying to, get with her and all that. And it was a really good film.
Mm-hmm.
He's talking to his brother at one point because he's fallen in love with this new girl. But he's been married for 25 years. In fact, the film opens on his 25th wedding anniversary.
Oh, my days.
But his wife is a little bit of a nag. Like, she just does too much. Like, she gets angry when he washes his own car because why would you wash your own car? Festus would have done it for you, you know?
Right, she's a very bougie type.
Yes. And she's just like, he's like, come on, man, relax. Anyway.
They're looking for a reason to justify his philandering.
Yes, which is that his wife doesn't want him to do manual labour when they have fully paid staff. Completely rational reason to do.
Sounds about Nollywood, yes.
Sounds about Nollywood. So he's talking to his younger brother. He's a real philandering type, stereotypically indisciplined kind of person. And then he's talking about because the guy's like, what's the problem? Like, you've got your wife, you've got this lovely girlfriend. What's your problem? He's like, you don't understand my dilemma. Me and my mum looked at each other like, what's a dilemma? And then we realised he meant dilemma, but he said dilemma.
No matter what I do.
I said, you with all your problems, you're now also saying dilemma.
Oh my God.
And it just made me think about our podcast, Yemi.
What
so
part
here
of
we
that?
Are again. Answering your dilemmas.
Oh my God, I didn't see that coming, honestly. Even when you slapped me in the face with it, I still didn't get it.
That's what she said. So here we are again answering your dilemmas.
Yeah.
And this week our subject line is, I've matured, but they treat me the same. Hi, Dulcie and Yemisi, long-time listener, first-time emailer. I wanted to write in about something I'm struggling to name. It's not bad management and it's not burnout, but it's kind of subtle and it's very frustrating. I've grown.
Yes.
A lot.
That's a good thing.
That's a good thing. I joined my company straight out of uni, full of nervous energy and eager to prove myself. And over the years, I've done just that. I know that's right, girl.
Good for you.
I've been promoted twice, I've led high-stakes projects, and I've really found my voice. I'm not perfect, but I've come into my own. I feel more grounded, more capable, and more thoughtful than I ever did in my early years. But one senior leader, let's call him Mike, still treats me like I'm in week one. It's not outright disrespect. It's his tone and his energy. It's the way he introduces me in meetings as someone with huge potential. I'm just going to have to breathe through this. Okay. As someone with huge potential instead of someone who's already delivering. The way he double checks my decisions or interrupts to reframe what I've just said. The way he jokes about how much I've come out of my shell like I'm still the company baby. And the thing is, Mike is well liked. What he says carries weight. So even though I've grown, his version of me seems to stick. I wonder if it's quietly shaping how others see me too. Like I'm still someone to support rather than someone to follow. I know I've changed. I just don't know how to get everyone else, especially him, to catch up. How do I shift an outdated perception without making it a big thing? I don't want to sound defensive or self-important, but I also don't want to stay stuck in a version of myself that no longer fits. I'd appreciate any thoughts. Lauren. Okay, Lauren Goro, you have quite a situation here. A big part of me wants to be like, oh, fuck Mike. But actually, this is something I think a lot of us can probably identify with, in that sometimes the version of you that other people are engaging with doesn't feel true to who you are. Now, I'm going to challenge your supposition here that what his behavior is shaping how others see you. You said it yourself. You've been promoted twice. You've led You've led high stakes projects. You found your voice. You wouldn't have been promoted if everyone saw you the same way that Mike does. If everyone in fact sees you the way that Mike is, right? So yes, Mike might have sway because of his seniority and his whatever, right? But it's not sway enough that you've not been able to be rewarded for your growth and your delivery, right? So
yeah,
try not to make Mike bigger or more important than he actually is. And the way I think to get perspective on this is to challenge those thoughts with facts. If everyone saw you the way Mike saw you, then everybody would behave towards you the way he does. Then you wouldn't be trusted with high stakes projects. You would not have been promoted, So yeah. I think, first of all, let's put into perspective the importance of Mike in your world. That's one thing. The next thing is the subtlety of what he's doing. It's crazy making, it's those terms like, she's got huge potential. Like, oh, fuck off, Mike. Huge potential. If you were to say, Mike, please don't say I've got huge potential, I'd be like, what? I was just trying to be nice.
Yeah, it'll make it, yeah. You'll end up looking crazy, yeah.
Yeah. So I would say as much as you can to minimize what he's saying. And then there's something else, Lauren, that comes to my mind here, which is you came into this company straight out of uni, you've worked hard, you've built yourself up. To a certain extent, this is going to be true wherever you are, right? It's the same thing. I don't know if you've had it. I certainly had it, like, Yami, with your siblings. I remember meeting them when they were like kids. And then when you're now telling me about people getting married, I'm like, who? I thought child marriage was illegal. Often people do stay, especially when they're junior to you.
Yeah.
You are sometimes stuck seeing them how you met them, there's something there in that, and that's true wherever you are. And so to a certain extent, I think you might have to put up with some of this until you're ready to go somewhere else. Because when people meet you at a higher level than Mike met you and the people you currently work with met you, they will treat you accordingly. Do you know what I mean? So some of this is just the frustration of being in the same place for a long time.
Yes.
And I don't know what kind of company this is. Like, I think it's okay if you're in a very large business where you can move departments and, you get a distance from one place to the next. But if it's a reasonably small place and you're still seeing the same people, it can be difficult to lose some of that new joiner stuff because you're always the same distance away from those people in terms of time spent,
Yes.
I think there's an element here to me where some of this you might need to just kind of take on the chin until you're ready to go somewhere else. But my big thing here is that Mike doesn't have a heaven or hell to put you in. He cannot shape your career. You're already doing well despite what he's saying. So try not to make him bigger than he is. He's not the big bad in your world because you're already doing those things. Okay. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that, Dulcie, because that was the thing I kind of got from it. It was like, I sense a lot of internalizing of Mike's words. You haven't talked about his actions. You've spoken more about what he has said rather than what he has done.
Yeah.
And people say all kinds of stuff. Really, it's by their actions that you can really judge the character. I've had people who have praised me to high heavens in my face, but then turn around and not shown value to me when it really mattered. So I would say, like, taking a quote from Game of Thrones, words are wind to a certain extent. Yes, words have the power to change things and, the pen is mightier than the sword and all of that. But really and truly speaking, if you were armed with a pen versus a sword, one has more potential to harm than the other. So let's think about the actions. Let's put it in perspective, like Dulcie said. Let's not make it bigger than it is. At the end of the day, is what he's saying actually affecting your reality? I don't see that from what you said. You are still progressing. You're still, growing in that role. You're not stagnating. It doesn't sound like you're stagnant. So really, how much power does his words really have over your career trajectory in that place? I don't see the evidence of that. So follow the evidence of your eyes as well as your ears. Don't just rely on what you're hearing. Look at what is around you. And I feel like there's an element, and this is me probably delving too much into therapist territory, so I would say speak to a therapist. But I think the question you need to ask yourself is why does Mike's words carry so much weight with you? You say he has a lot of clout in the company, but once again, like, his words haven't affected your growth and your progression in that company. So, kind of really examine why. Why do I feel this way about what Mike is saying? What is that? Because maybe you are the one, not you, that sounds a bit combative, but you may also be still, a part of you may still be that, fresh grad looking at Mike, right? Maybe that's part of why he still has that kind of sway. His words have that much sway or influence on you, because you may still be looking at him with those fresh grad eyes, just as he's looking at you as a fresh grad. So it may be a two-way thing. So I would say that definitely examine your feelings around it and explore the root cause as to why it's making you feel the way it is, because you may be surprised that it's one of those things where, like Dulcie said, you just take it as a learning moment, and then you go into your next role in a different company, different environment, and it's no longer an issue for you. But if you address it now, at least when you do move on, it's not something that, even if you run into it again, you'll be able to name it and address it, and it's not going to tie you up in knots. So speak to someone. Pull that thread a little bit.
Very, very sound advice there. I think that's such a good point you've made around why does Mike matter? Is it something you've experienced before? Have you had this dynamic in other parts of your life? Like, is it a thing with parents, that they don't, they don't get that I'm grown, that kind of thing. And do you look up to Mike in some way? And so his opinion does matter to you. Are you wanting
disproportionately?
Yeah. Like, are you looking for his approval? I think that's such a great point. And if you can get into therapy to support that insight work around why does it matter what Mike thinks and says, I think that would massively help you. So Hun, I hope that helps. Good luck.
Good luck. You've got this. Like, you're doing well. Your star is rising. And sometimes another thing is sometimes when, things are going well, sometimes subconsciously we look for reason, that self-sabotage thing, man.
That's it.
Self-sabotage is a bitch. It's a sneaky bitch too. So it's going well. Enjoy it. Stop waiting for the other shoe to drop. Enjoy your trajectory. Yeah.
Absolutely. Anyone listening who has been there and has done that and gone through this and has other advice that they would like to share with Lauren, you know what to do. Hop into the comments on Spotify, and while you're there, give us a 5-star rating and review so that other people can find this podcast and we can help them with their dilemmas.
Yes.
So I think that's us for this week.
Yes.
All that remains to be said is bye.
Bye.